Hi. So I was wondering on how to know what is real and what it's not, and how to do that. There's a wonderful spider web here. This phone doesn't have the reversal of the camera when you do the video, so you don't see it. But maybe I can do it another way. No, I thought that if I would have stopped the phone, I could have switched the direction of the camera, but no. So, about how to figure out what's true and what is not. Well, there are many layers of truth. But I would say that a good starting point is to start from your own experience and your own perception. And this way you don't get entangled with what others say, even though they might be right, and eventually you can even listen to them. In complex systems, we shall avoid a linear thinking, because it would be very reductive and simplistic. There are so many variants and variables and unknown things that get in the way in the final result. And the bad thing is that we've all been conditioned since we were born in our approach to life. So are we actually pure tools to measure and to filter what reality is? Can we be trustworthy in taking measures and elaborate perceptions? This is also a point that needs to be reflected on, in my opinion. Can we give ourselves permission to explore life in the most pure way that we can do? Yes, we can. Getting rid of redundant thoughts, getting rid of limiting belief system. Now I have to stop because there's someone walking towards me. Okay, it was a nice elderly man walking, and he asked me, "Everything is fine with you?" And I said, "Yes." "And with you?" "Well, yeah." And I replied, "Well, it's wonderful here, isn't it?" "Yes." "Have a good walk." "You too." Little funny nice encounter in this wonderful forest. If we get rid of our limiting belief systems, even from ourselves, because ourselves have a memory. We have two kinds of memory. We have a soul memory and a cellular memory. Cells contain also DNA, so we inherit memories even from our ancestors in this way. The soul memory, instead, it's all about us and our experiences and our past lives. So we can be conditioned also, not only with what we've been said, told and taught in our current lifetime, but also because of what we have experienced many lifetimes ago, even last one. And it's here that meditation comes in hand, because it helps us to dwell deep into our essence, to dive deep there, to dwell there, to take the power we've been given and that we gave away, so to regain our power, and from the sacred holy space of the heart and even beyond, we can reconnect with our true core, free from anything else. And from that point of view, we can interact and see and observe life in a completely different way from the one we've been doing all the time. And who doesn't have limiting beliefs? Well, nature, for example, and animals. Everything that natural actually has free expressions of themselves. But we, us, as humans, can do even more potentially. We really have an amazing source of power, that it's unlimited. But humans with that power did also very unworthy things, and despicable actually. Power have to be joined with love and wisdom and intellect. In that way it can work properly. I know I'm making some mistakes in my spoken English today. This is not prepared speech. I'm just reflecting out loud, and maybe I will share with you this video. I don't know. Maybe yes. Have you ever asked yourself, maybe you have, and have you ever found what nourishes your soul? I think one of the worst plague of humanity is famine. But not just of food, it's not hunger, starvation, but it's the starvation of the soul. I think that many people are really starving in this sense. And they do, all along their whole lifetime. So for now I say goodbye, and it was nice to be with you. Thank you to have been with me.